Most people think quitting smoking or vaping has to be endless battle, you have to resist cravings, but no, it's not the truth. It's just all about the paradigm shift we're gonna make. And once we handle that, literally everything falls apart. So let me explain how we're gonna achieve this so you could do it much more easier and faster than me. To begin with, what is a paradigm? Well, a paradigm means it's basically your perspective. It's all about how you see certain things in the world and basically how you view the nicotine thing in your mind. When it comes to your mind, it's ruled with beliefs. And as far as we know, beliefs are heavily emotional sets, but we sometimes make those things logical. But hey, only 1%, so don't get crazily excited. And it's 99% emotional. And I'll invite you to observe your first cigarette. What type of emotion you felt? Maybe coolness, maybe sadness. And this will lead us to a different part, which is the most crucial part. We lighted our first cigarette and we continued this habit because we wanted to seek pleasure and wanted to avoid pain. That's pretty much it. No, it's not nicotine is addictive. No, it's not I'm hooked on this, I'm hijacked. No, we're just trying to seek basic pleasure like we seek in anything like coffee or water, or we want to avoid the pain. Pretty much it. There's nothing to confuse, and I'm gonna prove it to you now. And like we speak, so we achieve this goal by mixing with something, let's say this is coffee, and wanted to avoid a situation which we are stressed. When it comes to cigarettes and mixing and basically coping with the situation, it is useless. You could literally replace the word cigarettes with anything. Let's make this car drive. Oh, you want to have pleasure? Just go for a car drive and expect nothing. Spend all of your fuel. It's not a logical thing, but it's a heavy, fun thing to do. Or you're feeling stressed. Go to car drive again. Make a speed. Literally swear to other drivers. Do something like that. And if you really think logically, it works. It just works like the cigarettes, and plus you will have much more pleasure and relaxation because there's no drug that nicotine called in your blood and it's not gonna make you feel deprived. Okay, you may feel because you spend so much fuel and it costs a good price to go for. But basically, you could do anything. You could do anything to handle this situation. But since we have so many beliefs about smoking, we don't even see the real enemy to fight. And the thing is, we're chasing happiness. We're doing this habit and we kind of stick to this habit because we are happy. I know you're not smiling when you're smoking, you're not smiling when you're craving. I've been there. I understand you. But the happiness means a certain outcome. This outcome is basically using cigarettes as a tool so you could achieve the certain desires of you. Having pleasure, avoiding pain. And cigarettes are just a tool. It's nothing more that you don't have nicotine addiction, no, you don't have this, that, anything you think. Because I know I'm saying uncomfortable and controversial things, but this is me being on your side and making the things realized. Because none of us, even my past self, were addicted to nicotine. None of us. All of us are addicted to our feelings, basically our beliefs in a different word. Some of us like to light in the cigarette. Some of us wanted to smoke when they're stressed. Some of us wanted to smoke when they gather friends around. And that's pretty much okay. Because as human beings, we're designed to cope with the outcomes. We're designed to cope with the situations and achieve certain outcomes. Just remember the example that I gave you. Car drive. You could literally do the same thing right now. You're stressed? Just go for a car drive. And of course, the habit and your thought has to start contemplating your mind a little bit. It will need to take time because most of us didn't get cigarettes addicted in one day or something. We approximately spend 90 days into this habit consistently. Then we realize, oh, we're out of control. We don't know what to do and we need to do something. If you spend the next 90 days having the certain feelings and going for a car drive, I bet you're gonna become addicted to car drive, although there's no nicotine, there's no hijaction, whatever, those terms. But when it comes to things like cigarettes, all of the people say, oh, this person's hijacked by nicotine, he's out of control. No, you're the one who's in charge. How could I be so sure? Just remember your first cigarette. There is no such company in this world, basically tobacco companies, come to your house, leave a cigarette pack in front of your door and force you to smoke. We are still the ones who did this action. Why? Because we wanted to achieve certain outcome. Why? Because we felt a certain feeling, belief, curiosity, sadness, anger. Realize we're not designed to do things logically. Although maybe you're men like me and we're pretty much logical creatures. But once you understand this whole cycle, it will come to an end. So how we are gonna quit? It has very simple way, which you got addicted in this way too. Observe, improve, Just remember your first cigarette. Literally couldn't give details about this moment because your dopamine spiked like crazy because you're doing something new and exciting. You felt so many emotions alongside curiosity, sadness, like we speak so. You had a positive belief about, oh, it's going to be beneficial in my life. And maybe you didn't think about this logically, but your subconscious mind says, oh, it's going to increase my survival chance. Let's observe this thing like crazy and make this moment special and remembered. That's why we have to target a thing called learned behaviors. Learned behavior means the things we're talking for entire this video. You stress you want to smoke and you kind of teach it to yourself like Pavlov's dog. You know, there's a dog and his owner rings the bell. So this dog could understand he's gonna get the meat and produce saliva. But even if he didn't get the meat, he's gonna produce saliva again. That's what the basic trigger behavior reward cycle. Basically adapting any habit, whether it's bad or good. That's why I say first you have to observe learned behavior. And the second, I'll invite you to some challenging thing. I'm pretty much sure there will be other addictions in your life and you drop them without any questioning. This could be pornography, this could be video games, this could be coffee, anything addictive in your life, and I bet you dropped but you didn't drop cigarettes because you saw these habits useless. Alcohol didn't excite you anymore. It didn't solve the itch, it didn't scratch the itch. It didn't make anything in your life, so you pretty much stopped. But still, cigarettes are doing something in your life. You're still fantasizing about the thought. That's why you're having cravings without even wanting to. Because without you want it logically, it still serves a need. And all you have to do is realize, basically observe, like I write in the step. Observe learned behavior, literally question why I feel in this way, and basically observe other addictions because you quitted something which pretty much easy and you don't even consider it as struggle. But there's so many people alongside in this world who's suffering like crazy to quit those habits, but you didn't. And there's other people who quitted smoking and they didn't suffer that much. But in this situation, we're still on the fence, trying to make a jump, and we're gonna make this jump so easily with this knowledge. Now you know every knowledge you need to stop smoking and vaping, and if you want to stop smoking once and for all, there's a link in the description to book a call with me, so we can handle the situation together. This is I too, and I know you're gonna make it, my friend.